I know that he's in control of all things. Of all things, he's in control. And God, I surrender all to you, withholding nothing, God. Withholding nothing, God. We surrender it all to you, God. I surrender all to you. Everything I give to you. Withhold nothing. Withhold nothing. I surrender all to you. Everything I give to you. Withhold nothing. Withhold nothing. You say with me, I surrender all to you. Everything I give to you. Everything I give to you. Withholding nothing. Withholding nothing. Withholding nothing. I surrender all. Pick your feet up away. Why don't you just begin to lift those holy hands all over the place? Lift those holy hands all over the place and just enter into that realm of God where it's only you and it's only Him. For they that worship Him shall worship Him in spirit, and they'll worship Him in truth. And when you worship Him in truth, that means that you're in that place. You're in that secret closet where He sees nobody. He sees no one but you. And you can offer up any sacrifice that you have to Him. And when you worship Him and you truly worship Him, then He receives from you and then He releases unto you. He releases unto you all that you desire, all of your wants, all of your needs. But you gotta worship Him. You gotta give yourself unto Him. Forget about the situation. Forget about the pandemic. Forget about the storm. And just release it. Release it to Him and give yourself away. So you can. I give myself, Lord. I give myself away. Yes, I do, God. Yes, God. Robin to say that God, give my God, you're all together lovely. You're all together worthy. You're all together wonder, 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 wonder. You're wonder, you're wonder. Take a time right there and just worship Him. And we lift those holy hands. If you know that He's all together lovely. If you know that He's just that word. And if He's lovely, and if He's worthy, He's gotta be wonderful. 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 Yeah, God. Yeah, I give myself away. Come on. Yes, sir. I give myself away. So you can I give myself away. I give myself away. So can you see? Come on and clap your hands. Glory in this house. Come on and give Him glory in this house. Come on and give Him glory in this house. You give yourself away. If you know that you're holding nothing. If you know what you're holding nothing without. Come on and give Him glory. Come on and give Him glory in this house. Because God, I came in here just to worship You. And here I am, God. Here I am with my hands stretched open. With my heart open, oh God. And I give it to You, God. I give it to You, God. I give it to You, God. Give it all. Come on, just give Him a hand wave in this house. Give Him a hand wave in here. Give Him a hand wave in this house. Hallelujah. Because we know that it was You. We know that it was You, God, that made a way. You made a way, God. You made a way, God. God, You made a way. When it was nobody else, God. When I couldn't see no way, God. I know that You made a way. That You made a way, God. That You made a way, God. That You made a way, God. Hallelujah. Come on, just take that. Just find that place right there. If you know that He made a way for you. When your back was against the wall. And it looked like everything. That everything was over, God. You made a way. You made a way. Come on. When our backs were against the wall, and it looks as if it was over, You made When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. See, when our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here, only you made a way. Hallelujah.
Let that minister to you. Let that minister to you. When our backs was up against the wall, how many of us had our backs up against the wall before? Didn't know how God was going to do it. It looked dark. It seemed impossible. But how many of us know that God specializes in things that seems impossible? Yeah. You know, I can just look back over my life. I don't even have to look back long. I can just look back onto this morning on how God made a way. That in itself ought to make you go into high praise. That in itself ought to make you give him glory. That in itself ought to make you say hallelujah. That in itself ought to make you, ought to make you, ought to make you go up, ought to make you honor him, ought to make you praise him, ought to make you, ought to make you, when you think of the goodness of Jesus, and all that he's done for you. I love this right corner. Yeah. I pray that God continue to cover them and keep them under the blood. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. There is a word from the Lord. There is a word from the Lord. There is a word from the Lord. Amen. Every time I tried to go to something else, the Lord kept bringing me right back to this. And it's so funny how the enemy is that normally when I type up my notes on my cell phone, because my cell phone and my iPad are connected, my notes come to my iPad and nothing came on this morning. But the Lord has placed the word down in my body, down in my belly. So exactly what you need, you're going to get it on this morning. Go with me to Genesis, the 7th chapter. This is a word for us during this season in our life. Excuse me. God, decrease me. Can you stand up in me? You be my voice. Just allow me to be your mouthpiece. And speak what you are having me to say. God, do what you want me to do. No longer am I running. No longer am I intimidated or afraid. But I'm just a vessel for your glory. In Jesus' name. Genesis, the 7th chapter, the 1st verse. And mine may read a little bit different than yours. And it says, and Jehovah, God said unto Noah. Noah names mean rest. Come thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. I've seen righteous before me in this generation. God was displeased at this time that everyone that was during this time, he began to get upset and regretted that he even made man. Yeah. Because man was doing all types of foul and evil and wicked things. Yeah. But he saw good in Noah. Yes, I want you to look at your neighbor and say, God saw good in you. He spared you because God saw good in you. The second verse said, of every clean beast thou shalt take thee 7 and 7, the male and his female. And of the beasts that are not clean, take 2, the male and his female. Of the birds also of the heavens, 7 and 7, male and female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living thing that I made will I have destroyed from off the face of the ground. And Noah did according unto all that Jehovah commanded him. Go down to the 16th verse of that same chapter. And it says, and they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God commanded him, and God shut the door. On your way going down, I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, God shut the door.
God shut the door.
You may have your seat.
All right.
As I was studying this, the Lord was showing me that there was so much wicked and evilness that was upon the earth. People started doing any and everything that they desired to do, just as if it is now. That, people will begin to say what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right.
Yeah.
You will see people congratulating foolishness.
Yeah.
You will see people honoring negativity.
Yeah.
You will see division, and people will honor it. People will give favoritism unto foolishness, and they will honor it. And it seemed like the good seemed like that they get left behind in the dust. And it seemed like the more you try to do right, the more you do your very best, the more you give it your all, it seemed like over and over and over again you get looked over. And it seemed like all the wrong people keep moving forward. It seemed like everybody that do all kind of mess and keep messy stuff stirred up and foolishness up front, it seemed like that they keep being advanced over and over. Seemed like they keep going around you and bypassing you. But the Lord said, I saw good in this generation. In other words, it does not matter what man has to say. When God sees the good on your life, I'm telling you right now, God will begin to shift some things and turn it around and work it to your good. He will begin to work it for your favor. Even right here, that even though they was doing all kind of dirt, they was doing all kind of wrong, God said, Noah, I saw what you was doing. When nobody else was looking, when nobody else was honoring you, when nobody else was paying you any attention, I saw what you was doing. I saw your faithfulness. I saw how you worship. I saw how you prayed. I saw how you prayed. I saw how you went in. And so it does not matter what nobody else think about you, because I saw you when nobody else was looking. He said, I saw your generation.
Yeah.
And because I saw you, that I'm going to leave instruction for you. That when everybody else get left behind, when everybody else going to die, when everybody else going to get swallowed up, when everybody else is going to fall behind, when everybody else is going to be stepped on, I'm going to allow you to be able to be pushed right up to the front of the line. And everybody's going to try to figure out how in the world did you show up here. It's because of the favor of God that rests upon your life. God said, I've seen your faithfulness, and I'm going to honor it. I'm going to honor it. God started dealing with me about shutting the door. And even right here, that when Noah had to follow the instructions of God.
Yeah.
See, people tend to think that when a whole lot of people are not on your side, they begin to think that they're not doing the right thing. And God didn't see nobody else doing good but Noah. Noah was the minority at this point. Everybody else was doing foolishness. And so I'm telling you right now, when God tells you to do a thing, you don't have to wait on a committee to get along with you. You don't have to wait on nobody to co-sign on what God spoke over your life. Because even if you got to stand all by yourself, God said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You got to begin to honor what God has spoken over your life. When I started this ministry, I stood by myself. When everybody else was saying, no, she ain't no pastor. No, she ain't got the oil on her life. No, she ain't called. But God kept saying, do what I called you to do. You got to follow the instructions, even if you have to stand all by yourself. You got to move when I called you to move. You got to begin to shift when I called you to shift. You got to do exactly what I've spoken over your life, because you got to understand. You got to understand that you got to please me. You got to please the audience of one, even if you don't please the audience of many. You got to understand the call that is on your life. There's a mandate that's on you. And if you don't go forth, guess what? Many generations behind you will die. Imagine if Noah would have stayed caught up on what everybody else was saying. Imagine if Noah would have said, nobody else ain't following me. Imagine if Noah was saying that, how in the world, God, that you only spoke this thing to me and you ain't spoken to nobody else. God, are you sure? What if Noah would have stood back and said that, God, I can't do it? What if Noah would have said that, God, I'm not good enough? What if Noah would have said, I ain't qualified? But you got to understand that God don't call them that are qualified, but instead God calls them, and then he qualified them as they begin said, your name means rest. And even though you might have been amongst a perverse generation, I'm about to give you rest.
Yes, God.
I'm about to give you rest.
Amen.
I'm about to give you rest in the midst of all of them. They're going to be tormented. They're going to go through some stuff. They're going to die off. They're going to fall apart. They're going to run away. But I'm about to give you rest. I'm going to allow you to rest in the things that I've spoken over your life. I'm going to allow you to rest. I'm going to give you great wealth. I'm going to give you houses and land. I'm going to give you the great anointing. And I'm going to allow you to rest in the things that I've spoken over your life. Simply because you was obedient. God said to me, answer the call. Noah answered the call. And then Noah was obedient. He did exactly what God said. Even though he didn't see the rain, he trusts what God spoken over his life. Even though you don't see the house yet, even though you don't see the business yet, even though you don't see the finances yet, even though you don't see the healing yet, even though you don't see it, even though you don't see it, you gotta trust what God has spoken over your life, and you gotta walk forth in it. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing of the word of God. You got to understand that now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You might not see it, but I tell you right now, if you stand firm upon the word of God, God said, I'll allow you to see the things that you prayed about. He went from answering the call to walking in a place of obedience, even when he had to stand by himself. And then when he began to walk in the place of obedience, that God not only saved him, God saved his whole family.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
When you begin to walk in obedience of things that God has spoken over your life, it ain't just for you. It ain't just for you. God is looking to save your whole household. He's looking to save your whole family. I'm telling you right now that you might think that all this that you have been doing has been in vain, but I'm telling you, there's some people that's going to make it in simply because you prayed for them. There's some people that's going to make it in simply because you fast, simply because you worship, simply because you pray, simply because you honor him, simply because you sacrifice yourself as a living sacrifice. God said, I'm going to honor you. I'm going to give you your heart's desire. When I started this ministry, I said, God, are you sure? God, are you sure? And I didn't have time to deal with nobody else's feelings. I ain't had time to deal with nobody else's emotions. I didn't even have time to even deal with my own fears. God said, go. When you go, I establish the thing. When you say yes to me on earth, heaven begins to say yes to you. When you say yes, I will send a host of angels to be able to hold you up and walk you forth in the things that I have spoken over your life, simply because you operate in a place of obedience. When Noah began to operate in a place of obedience, it saved his whole family. It saved everybody. God told him to get your children and their wives and your wife, and y'all go in. And let me tell you something. When God want to save you, God don't allow you to walk in fear but so long that God shut the door. Noah didn't shut the door. God shut it. Because sometimes God got to abruptly shut some doors to make you be saved, to make you walk in the thing that he has spoken over your life. Because he don't want to give you an opportunity to walk in a spirit of fear. So now I got to allow you to be pushed into it, because otherwise you will turn around and walk away. I said, I'm shutting some doors on some stuff. Even through all of this, that God has been showing me through this pandemic, that I'm shutting some doors. That I'm allowing you to walk in a place. I'm allowing you to walk in a place of glory. I'm allowing you to walk in a place of favor. I'm allowing you to walk into some stuff. I'm going to shut some doors on every enemy. I'm going to shut some doors on every lie. I'm going to shut some doors on every generational curse. I'm going to shut some doors on everything that try to step on your neck, on every place of depression and oppression. I'm going to shut the door on it, because I got to shut the door on some stuff in order to save you and your family. family and the generation that's up next. Because you got to understand the words that's going to come out of your mouth, the anointing that's on your life, that guess what? It's going to save generations to come. God wasn't looking at the generation that he had. He was looking at the generations to come. When Jesus was even on the cross, he didn't look at the people that was around him. Because even though they were spitting on him, even though they was trying to crucify him, even though they was mocking him, Jesus said, I look beyond all your faults and I spoke to your need. So some things right here you're going to have to shut the door on.
Come on.
There's some doors you're going to have to shut.
Come on.
And then there's some doors that God is going to shut.
Come on.
When you walk in a place of obedience,
That's right.
you shutting the doors.
Yeah.
And now you're saying that God, I surrender all to you.
Yes.
I give it to you and I'm allow you to begin to do the work, God, that you have spoken over my life. I'm allow you to do the work. Even while I was studying this, I was listening to a message by Jamal Bryant, and I pray that this right here bless you like it blessed me. Because God was talking about Noah, and he was saying that I saw the good in you. How Noah walked with him, even in the midst of wickedness. Jamal Bryant said that he didn't have much time, but he took his children to the mall, and he gave them all $50 apiece, and gave them so many minutes to go shopping. And as they went, 2 of them went off, and 1 of them stayed with him and said, Daddy, I wanna stay with you, Daddy. And he said, okay. And so they went off, and he said, and she got to some jeans, and she said, Daddy, how you think these jeans look? He said, I like them. She said, Daddy, you think I ought to get them? He said, yeah. Went a little bit further, and she saw a sweater. She said, Daddy, you like this sweater?
Come on.
He said, yeah, I like that sweater. You think I ought to get it, Daddy? He said, yeah, you ought to get it. Then she went over, saw a jacket. She said, Daddy, you like this jacket? I like this jacket, Daddy. Daddy, I'm so grateful, Daddy, that you walked away from your ministry just for a little while, Daddy. You still took a little time to spend with us. Daddy, do you like this jacket? Yeah, I like this jacket. You think I ought to get it, Daddy? Yeah, you ought to get it. And then she said, Daddy, I got all this stuff, but I ain't got no earrings. And he said, you think you ought to get some earrings? Yeah, Daddy. Daddy, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get me some earrings to go with all this stuff that I got. And so by the time they got to the register, come with me, musicians. So by the time they got to the register, the other children, they came up with just $50 worth of stuff. But when she came to the register, she came with a host of stuff. And you know why? And the other children, they started griping and complaining. So why do she have more stuff than I got? He said, because you got to understand that she began to walk with me. She began to walk with the Father. She began to walk with me. And so every time she walked with me, I gave her everything that she desired. I gave her her heart's desire. So you got to understand. You got to understand that even if you got to walk with God by yourself, you got to understand there's a thing, there's a benefit that God is going to give you. Simply by your walk with Him. Simply because you walk well. 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 There's a thing that God is going to release. Simply because you yield to Him. Simply because you was obedient to Him. Simply because you walk with Him. Simply because you honor Him as being your Father. Simply because you didn't go in with joy. Simply because you honored Him. Simply because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. Don't follow everybody else. Don't follow what everybody else is doing. Don't go astray. Because don't be like them and just got your 50 and you ran off with it. Because I'm telling you right now, God said that I'm going to give you more than enough. I'm going to give you more than enough. I'm going to give you more than enough. This season right here, I'm going to shut the doors of the stuff. And I'm going to allow you to walk in a place of obedience. I'm going to allow you to walk in a place of wealth. I'm telling you right now, houses and land contracts with me. I'm here with me. I'm here with me in this season. It's here with me. It's here with me. I'm here with me. It's here with me. It's here with me. As we was in praise on this morning, I literally saw some things shifting down. I saw some things turning and starting to work right now in our favor. And God said right now, they ain't even going to know why they're going to tell you yes. They don't even know why they're going to come back for you. They don't even know why. Because the oil is on your life. Simply because you've been obedient. Simply because you honored me. I'm going to thank them. I'm going to thank them, give it to you. I'm going to begin to whisper your name. Whisper your name in room. In room that you want to bring about. I was walking and I was praying. And I said, God, there were some things, God, that I prayed about.
Yeah.
God, that I trust you on. And God, I didn't see it. And God said to me, be not weary and well done. For in due season you shall reap if you faint not. I'm shutting the door. When they thought that it was over, I'ma shut the door. And guess what? This is a door that no man is able to open. No man ain't gonna be able to pull you out of it. No man ain't gonna be able to snatch this away from you. No man ain't gonna be able to throw dirt on your name. No man ain't gonna be able to take you out of the place that God has spoken for you to be in. This is your season, and this is your time. I'm taking you for weeping, for winning. I'm taking you. 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 Grab a hold. 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 Whatever you believe in for, I'm telling you right now, it's in this atmosphere. It's in this atmosphere. Pull it down. Pull it down. Every stronghold. Pull it down. Every blessing. Pull it down. Every healing. Pull it down. Every place of peace. Pull it down. 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 I call it. 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 In the name of Jesus. I didn't come to excite you. I didn't come to make you operate off emotions. I come to push you in another realm. In another realm of faith. In another realm of obedience. And know that God is going to do exactly what He's spoken over your life. That God is actually shutting the doors on some stuff. I know that you've been stressed out. I know that the weight of the world has been on your shoulders. But I'm telling you, you might have been hard pressed on every side. But you ain't been crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed.
Yes, God.
One of my favorite scriptures is, for the light afflictions, but they are only but for a moment. They shall reap a far more exceeding weight of glory. Out of this, Noah and his entire family were saved. After 40 days of rain and 40 nights of rain, everybody else died. God is going to spare you. God is going to sustain you through all of this. your story won't be like theirs. He is the author and the finisher of your faith. He's still writing the script. He's still writing it. And extra, read all about it. God said, I'm going to make you the head and not the tail. I'm going to make you the lender and not the borrower. I'm going to make you the above and not beneath. I'm blessing your going out as well as your coming in. The best is yet to come. You ain't seen nothing yet. Clap your hands all over this room. Yeah.
Give me you. Everything else can wait.
How many of us know?
Give me you.
Everything else can wait.
Hope is not too late.
Everything else can wait.
Lord,
Because when we seek Him first, and His kingdom,
give me
and all of His righteousness, He said, I'll add everything else unto you. I'm telling you right now, God is now adding to us. He's adding to us everything that you prayed for. I'm telling you that we're not going to die and wait to see it when we get to heaven. There's some things that God is going to release to us right here on earth. I'm telling you, if you ain't never believed God before, you better believe God now. If you ain't never trusted before, you better trust God now. Because God is doing it. God is releasing it. God is opening it up for you right now. And when you get in, when you step in, every place that your feet shall trod, God said, I'm allowing it to be given to you. I'm allowing it to be given to you. And no man can take it from you. Now shut the door. I'm sealing the deal. I'm sealing it. I'm sealing it. I'm sealing it.
give me you.
I'm sealing it. So my pastor released a testimony on last night, something that I'm believing for my own family. And I rejoice with them. And I say, because I know my time is coming. I know my time is coming. I know my time is coming. I know it's coming. Because God is not a man that He shall lie, nor the son of man that He shall repent. And every word that He has spoken, it shall not return unto Him void. I'm telling you, we can't afford to be disobedient. We can't afford it. Time is now. The time is now. What is God telling you to do? What is God telling you to do? What is it that God is whispering in your ear? What is it that God is speaking and telling you to do? Because honestly, we hold up our own blessings. We hold it up our own selves. But when God is trying to release something to you, He said, I'll give it to you when you're operating in a place of obedience. Obedience breeds blessings. And if you want to see something happen for you, I'm telling you, honor the thing that God has spoken over your life. Even when it's not popular. Even when it's not popular. When nobody else understands. God will make it happen. He'll make it happen for you. All over the room, I want you to stand up. I want you to worship God. Worship Him. Say something to Him. Say something to Him. Tell Him how much you love Him.
Everything else can
Tell Him that, God, I don't want you to be a genie. God, I just want you to be God to me. Because I love you.
give me you.
God, if you don't do nothing else for me,
Everything else can
God, you have already done more than enough.
give me you.
God, if you don't heal my body, I still trust you. God, even if I don't get the house in the car, God, glory and the honor. I know we're practicing social distancing, but I want you to stretch your hand to your neighbor, signifying that we're touching and agreeing. And say, I decree and declare everything over your life that God has spoken, that God has declared. I'm believing with you that it shall come to pass. There will be no good thing that God will withhold from you or me. I'm believing there is a release that's taking place right now in your life and in mine. I'm believing contracts are being released, deeds and titles, anointings and finances. I'm believing my peace, restoration, power and anointing is going to hit my house and my life simply because I was obedient, because I honored you when it wasn't popular, when I had to stand by myself. I honor you, God. I believe you, God. I trust you, God. And because I trust you, because I trust you, because I trust you, because I trust you, I'm going to see it. 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 It's mine. 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 Coronavirus ain't got enough power to stop what God has spoken over my life. There ain't no demon in hell. There ain't no demon in earth that's able to stop what God has spoken over my life. It shall come to pass. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Jesus' name. We honor you, God. We give you all the praise, the glory. In Jesus' name.